If someone had told me that my sister, my missing sister, would return after 21 years with a secret powerful enough to tear apart everything I had built, I would have laughed in their face. But the truth is, never gentle, and the past never stays buried. On a cold Tuesday morning, the sister I had mourned, buried in my heart, and cried over in silence, came back. And she didn't come alone. She came with a confession that shattered my entire world. Part 1. The day she disappeared. I was 14 when my older sister, Claire, vanished. No warning, no note, no clues. She was 17, brilliant, wild, unpredictable, the kind of girl who carried her whole future in her backpack and called every sunset a missed opportunity. The night she disappeared, our house felt strange. Still, too quiet. Mom discovered her empty bed at 6 a.m. Dad drove around the town until sunrise. Police knocked on doors, made announcements, taped flyers on every tree and telephone pole. But she was gone, like smoke. People whispered theories. She ran away. She met someone. She probably just wanted freedom. But even at 14, I could feel it. Claire didn't leave because she wanted to. Something happened. Mom never recovered. Dad drowned himself in work. And I grew up memorizing the silence she left behind. Years passed. We kept her room untouched. Her jacket hung on the chair. Her favorite mug sat on the top shelf. And every birthday, Mom set a plate for her, just in case she returned. She never did. Until 21 years later, the knock at my door. I was 35, married, with a stable job and a 7-year-old daughter. I had learned to live without Claire's shadow. Then one evening, rain pouring like the sky itself was grieving, someone knocked. A slow, hesitant knock. Not urgent, not friendly, almost ashamed. When I opened the door, my breath left my body. Claire, older, thinner, her once bright eyes clouded like storm water, her hair chopped short, her hands trembling. "Mia," she whispered my name like a prayer. "It's me." I froze. The world tilted. My throat closed. "Claire." She nodded, tears brimming. But when I reached to hug her, she stepped back. I shouldn't be here, but I didn't know where else to go. She tells me everything. We sat in the living room, the rain hammering the windows like impatient fingers. My husband was on a work trip. It was the perfect storm, literally and metaphorically. Claire looked around nervously, like someone was watching her. And then she told me the truth. Where she went, why she disappeared, why she could never come home, and why she finally did. Her voice shook as she spoke. "I didn't run away, Mia. I was taken." My heart stopped. By a man she trusted, a man who promised her work, travel, freedom, a man who saw her curiosity as vulnerability. He groomed her, manipulated her, pulled her away from home inch by inch until one night she got into his car and never saw home again. For years, he kept her isolated, moving her from place to place, taking her documents, controlling who she saw, what she ate, when she slept,
Every escape attempt was punished, every plea for help dismissed by strangers. But the worst part? She had a child, a baby girl, and that child was taken from her too. I felt sick, angry, heartbroken, helpless. "How did you escape?" I finally whispered. "He died," she said blankly. "A heart attack. I ran the moment he fell."
"You're safe now," I told her. But she shook her head violently. "No, I'm not." She clutched her bag, old, torn, stained. Inside was a photo of a girl, maybe 16, maybe 17. "She's alive," Claire said, voice breaking. "My daughter, your niece." My chest tightened. "I came back because I need your help to find her. Her daughter had been taken from her as a toddler and moved between families connected to the man who controlled Claire. Now that he was dead, the people who managed his affairs wanted to cover their tracks. And the girl, Claire's girl, was in danger. I can't lose her again," Claire whispered. "She's the only thing that kept me alive." The search. Over the next weeks, Claire lived with us in secret. She panicked whenever a car slowed near the house. She barely slept. I had to reassure my daughter constantly that Aunt Claire is just visiting. We contacted private investigators, former officers, anyone willing to take the case quietly. Piece by piece, the puzzle formed. And then, a breakthrough. The girl was living 2 states away. Different name, different school, different life. We drove there quietly, carefully. Claire squeezed the photo so tightly it crumpled. When we arrived at the small suburban school, Claire nearly collapsed. Standing by the gate was the girl. Same eyes, same smile Claire once had. Her daughter. But before Claire could approach, a woman grabbed the girl's arm and pulled her toward a car. Claire gasped, "That's them! The people who took her!" We followed. My hands shook on the steering wheel. We confronted them in a grocery store parking lot, one of the scariest moments of my life. But the woman wasn't a villain. Not exactly. She had been misled by her captor and believed she was raising an abandoned child. It took hours, tears, explanations, documentation, legal intervention. But eventually, the girl agreed to speak to Claire alone. I waited in the car, praying. An hour later, they came out, holding hands. Coming home. The transition wasn't easy. Claire's daughter didn't remember her. She didn't trust her at first. Years were lost, stolen. But slowly, love grew. Connection returned, and the 3 of us, me, Claire, her daughter, rebuilt what was destroyed. My mother never lived to see Claire come home. That pain will always remain. But my father, he forgave her. He held her and sobbed like a child. "You came home," he whispered. "You finally came home." Months passed. Life became steadier, safer, happier, until one night, Claire came to my room, pale as paper. "Mia, I need to tell you one more thing." My heart sank.
She looked terrified, more terrified than when she returned. "There's someone else," she whispered. "Someone from the past who knows I escaped." "Who?" She swallowed hard. "Your husband." My blood froze. What? What are you talking about?" She trembled. 21 years ago, he was there. He worked for the man who took me. He wasn't as deeply involved, but he was part of it, and he knew exactly what happened to me all these years. Silence. Cold, suffocating silence. My world shattered. My husband, the man I loved, the father of my child, had kept a monstrous secret. Claire grabbed my hands. "I didn't want to tell you, but he knows I'm back. He's scared, and scared people are dangerous." That night, everything changed. I confronted him. He denied it, then cracked, confessed everything. I threw him out, filed for divorce, contacted authorities. He was arrested 2 months later. The final healing. Claire lives with us now. Her daughter, my niece, calls me Aunt Mia, like she has known me forever. Our father visits every Sunday. Our family isn't perfect. It's bruised, scarred, rebuilt from ashes. But it's real. And it's ours. Sometimes I watch Claire and her daughter laughing in the kitchen, light pouring in through the window, and I think, some stories don't end when the darkness begins. Some stories end when someone finally finds the strength to walk back into the light. Claire came back too late to save our mother, too late to save herself from years of suffering, but not too late to save what we could still build, and not too late to save me from a husband built entirely on lies.